Let's get more on this now with Francesco Sassi, who is a professor of energy politics at the University of Oslo. Welcome back to the programme, Francesco. Now, we're seeing oil prices react much more mildly to recent military escalations compared to the sharp spikes earlier in the year. Have energy markets simply developed immunity to these geopolitical headlines?
Thanks for having me first. I don't think they are immune. I think it is the short-term response of what is happening in the Persian Gulf that has changed the way actors are approaching the problems on the oil market. China reducing demand, is using stocks. Refiners have cut runs to face the increasing prices of naphtha and reduce supply from the Persian Gulf. The same goes for LPG. The oil products market is quite unset in the current status, and the more the crisis will go on, the more we will see the global oil markets becoming less and less immune and incapable of micromanaging the short-term and the medium and long-term oil supply gap between demand and what is coming from our boost.
Now, Francesco, the US has officially overtaken Saudi Arabia and Russia as the world's top oil exporter. Is this a temporary wartime anomaly, or are we looking at a permanent realignment of global energy power?
Yeah, no, we are seriously looking at something new, unprecedented, and the way the US is using energy to stabilize and destabilize parts of the world and the markets. It's really something new that we have never seen in this shape, in this volume, in this intensity from Washington. There is certainly an interest in getting structurally more able to export oil to certain markets. It has repercussions for what and how oil is consumed in Europe, as an example. But there will be an increasing competition as we proceed further in the next months between Asia and Europe to get American oil, also American LNG. And this will change also the dynamics and the competition existing right now between Europe and Asia.
And Europe and parts of Asia are now leaning heavily on American crude to navigate this crisis. Is Washington acting as a helpful ally here, or are American private firms just taking advantage of a global energy shock?
They could do both at the same time. I mean, exploiting the market inefficiency and be able to export more oil is a dream for American producers and exporters. But at the same time, America is also the largest energy consumer in the world, together with China. The domestic market is really important in the US, and it will be more and more important as we approach the midterm elections in the US with Donald Trump seriously risking his leadership at the White House in both the higher level Congress. So the domestic situation in the US will be more and more influential for also the export policy of what is coming out of the US oil and LNG terminals.
Francesco Sassi, professor of energy politics at the University of Oslo. Great to have your insights. Thank you.